Welcome everyone to the live stream. They say the third time is a charm. I hope they're right. Shout out Nimpinator. Let me know if you can see the stream loud and clear before I even open my mouth and say a word. I'm hoping the stream starts effortlessly this time. I don't know why it's been a struggle all morning, but let me check on X and YouTube. And if you guys can let me know if you can see and hear the live stream. Shout out Shortcoin, Passive, and the rest of the fam. Let's see, on X, we are live. That's a good start. Now we just got to see if we're live on YouTube. YouTube hasn't been working all morning, for me at least, for streaming. So I want to see if we're live. It is working now. I'm almost in disbelief, but I'm grateful I had the patience to, mess with this for the last 40 minutes and just keep trying until it works. It seems like it's working kind of, sort of, but please verify. We should be live on X and YouTube right now. Happy Sunday, Funday. I already did the intro twice. We're definitely not doing the intro 3 times in a row. Not happening, Captain. All good on the tube. Hallelujah. Nippinator celebrating. He just gave us the new Nippinator indicator. If you can let the fam know that we're finally live, this is the new link. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and pin the stream to the top of the profile. We'll skip the intro because I already knocked it out earlier, and we'll just get right into the Market Watch, our TA, and all the latest news. You're going to notice the stream pinned at the very top. And first and foremost, shout out Max Kaiser. He was the first to repost the stream. The High Priest. A Funday, churches in. I'm going to be preaching the Cool. Find the new link. I know it's a little stream due to the it seems don't with me, Crypto Storm. What do you mean? Did it freeze already? Oh boy. I don't know what's going on today. Let's see on X. I don't know what's going on, to be quite honest with you guys. Jeez Louise. I hope it fixes itself here. YouTube issues all morning, glitching. It keeps happening when you pin it. What do you mean when I pin it? YouTube is effing with you again. Don't think the pin is related. Just coincidence. Yeah, it shouldn't. It's a different platform, so it should be irrelevant. Let's just give it a minute and see what happens. I mean, I don't know what else to do. The glitch is back. Those mofos. Man. Yeah, I mean, I rebooted my entire computer. I rebooted the software. I'm pretty confident it was a software glitch the first 2 times because the software was not working proper. But we were just working a moment ago. X is good. Okay, so we're good on X. I think it's a YouTube thing because every single time the same issue is on YouTube. So something to do with the streaming with the API, I would assume. Let's see on X. Yeah, on X it looks flawless, actually. It's not skipping or glitching. It's fine now? Okay. So, I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. But the show goes on, I guess. I mean, yeah, without further ado, family, I already hit you with the intro and the theme music, so let's just jump right in. And if it does get glitchy here and there, just bear with me as long as the stream continues to go. I mean, what are you going to do at the end of the day? It is what it is. Turn the Nipster over. Maybe that's the secret, right? You got to turn over the Nipster. I don't know. And if you guys can repost the stream, I appreciate it. Loud and clear, says Bub. That's good to note. All right, brother. But yeah, let's just get right into it before the lizard folk come back. You know what I mean? So, if you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes, go ahead, subscribe, then ring the bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Today is Sunday, Funday. It's April 27th, 2025. This is episode number 1975. I'm your host, JV. Happy Sunday, Funday, and shout out to my co-host, the one and only Nippinator. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Pretty little bitty finally flipped back in the green, trading above 94,400 at the time of the live stream. Ether correcting, BNB correcting, while Solana, XRP, and Sui are all pumping. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap currently sits at just shy of 3 trillion at 2.96 trillion on the day. The Bitcoin market cap just shy of 1.9 trillion. As far as the volume, we got 60 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours, down 10.5% on the day. Bitcoin dominance, same as yesterday, 63.3%, making a run this week. Ether dominance is at 7.4 after touching a bottom at roughly 7 a few days back. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we got Walrus up 23%, followed by the Pudgy Penguins up 21%. That's a blackjack, baby. We also have the Radium up 8%, but let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. Let it flip. Okay, almost everything according to this is actually in the red, minus Fartcoin, Pudgy Penguins, and Walrus and Ray. So not a good look overall. But zooming out a little on the week, everything is virtually in the green. And zooming out on the month, get a broader perspective past 30 days. I'd say 60-40 green over red in the overall market. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today we're at 61 greed, yesterday at 65, last week at 37, and last month at 44 in fear. And checking out the infamous time chain calendar. We have 155,781 blocks until the halving of 2028. And we're currently on block number 894,219, and for some reason it's not loading, or I'd give you some more data. Let's see if it fixes itself here. And again, welcome everyone just joining the live stream, dual stream today. We're live on X and YouTube, and hopefully we can maintain being glitch free. So here we go. You can currently exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for 1,060 sats. So pick up the sats, put down the gats, and pick up some of the Bitcoin chaps over at bitcoincaps.net. And if you don't know now, you know. Welcome everyone. Finally, YouTube is perfect. Hopefully it remains this way. Plug into the Discord. That's right. We have a Discord at discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. And if you don't know, now you know. Let's go, JV and the Nippinator. Exactly. What is a fart coin? I would assume it's a shit coin, hence the name, Fartcoin. I would assume it's a meme coin. No utility, no real world use case, but just speculation, gambling. Fartcoin, just another meme. That's what I figured. Shout out, sweet bitty McGee. Welcome to the live stream. Good to have you here. Let me know how you're doing here this fine Sunday. And it looks like the glitch of the Matrix is over. Streams are working. Excellent. Ronan is right. Even on X, when you're pinned, it got glitchy, but now it's okay. Thank you. Shout out, sweet bitty McGee. You got this. We got this. Thank you for the support. Thanks for holding it down. And again, third time is the charm. This time for real. We're live and in the flesh, and it's working. On X and YouTube right now. Hopefully, we can maintain the good quality stream. So lots to share with you here today. It is a Sunday, so let me know what's good. No idea. I'd never touched that coin. Fartcoin. Yeah, it's interesting, right? The ultimate shit coin, Fartcoin. At least they tell you what it is. At least they didn't disguise it like Squirrel Coin, like every other meme coin is named after an animal. They're all trying to copy Dogecoin, pretty much. We got this. Thank you, Glenn Cooper and the rest of the fam. And again, my apologies. I know it's been a rocky start today, but we're still here. We're still back. Thank you, Oracle. Let me know how that new cup of Joe is caffeinating you up. But yeah, due to the technical difficulties, I mean, I don't know. Smell the Fartcoin. You can smell it a mile away. But we're good now. It seems good, at least. Warpaint, I just tested on X. It looks good. YouTube is good. No more glitching. All right. Hit the likes, legends. Let's help blow up the stream. Considering, we're starting behind, considering we had all those people on the first stream and it got terminated. Not by my doing. It just ended for whatever reason. And then we had to do it again. And round 2 didn't work either. So this is round 3, which seems to be good so far. But because of that, there's a very small level of people on compared to what we usually have. Right now, there's 200 viewers. We probably would have maybe had 800 by now if we didn't have the glitches. But shit, at least we're back. It's going up forever, Laura. Precisely. Are you guys ready to tap in some TA? Let me know. Sweet Bitty McGee, strike the gong, JV. We need the positive vibes sent through the ether. Good point. And speaking of good vibes sent through the ether, I was watching a metaphysical, video last night, and it was talking about it's scientifically proven that the heart has an energy field that travels 20 feet in circumference. So, for example, there's a massive energy field, and the root is the heart. But that's why you can feel people's vibrations and such if someone walks in the room and such like that. And if you have bad vibes and, for example, just bad hormones in general, those hormones leach through the energy field, and basically those hormones enter the other person's heart field as well. So you can literally feel people's energy. And this is all scientifically proven. And I'm sure you guys can experience that. You ever walk in a room and whether the negative vibe or a positive vibe, and we have the power to do that same thing. So hence the importance of raising vibration, raising consciousness, because it affects those surrounding you. Yeah, I mean, so that's a pretty big deal. So this Gong Strike is for each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting the live stream. Let's send Bitcoin back where it belongs. $1 million per coin. I mean, 100,000 we already achieved. Now we 10x that mofo. Send it. What up? And here we have it. Our frequencies and energy rule the world. We are Satoshi. Couldn't agree more. Let's get it. But anyways, now that we've recovered from the glitch of the matrix and we've raised our consciousness, we're ready to strike like a young Satoshi. You feel me? But yeah, now we did the market watch. Let's do a little TA, aka astrology for the broskies. Headline here reads: Bitcoin trades at a 40% discount as the spot Bitcoin ETF buying soars to $3 billion in just a single week, meaning the ETF volume is so back it's a blackjack. Bitcoin trading at a 40% discount to its intrinsic value, according to Capriole Investment founder Charles Edwards. Edwards highlighted that since the April 2024 halving, which reduced the block rewards to 3.125 BTC, Bitcoin's energy value, an estimate based on mining costs and energy consumption, currently stands at 130,000. So that would be an all-time high. And that's ironic because on the weekly chart, we had that $124,000 target sitting there for several months and just a matter of time. And based on data from Crypto Quant, they indicated over 8,756 of the biddy, 830 million worth, were withdrawn from Coinbase just on April 24th. Negative net flows from Coinbase could point towards institutional buying or the ETF-related purchases reflecting the underlying demand. This development lines up with the spot Bitcoin ETF inflows witnessed this week. For example, Eric Balchunas, Bloomberg ETF analyst, suggests the institutions went on a $3 billion Bitcoin bender over the past few days. Binance also witnessed exchange outflows of 27,750 biddy on April 25th. Alfractal founder Joao Wedson noted this is the third largest Bitcoin outflow in the exchange history. And although the large outflows and positive price action suggest the bullish tailwinds, Wedson said that they do not automatically mean a continued rally, quoting him here. In 2021, massive outflows didn't prevent the dump triggered by China's crypto ban from April to May. But on the other hand, continuous outflows on several days, like during the FTX collapse, signaled a bottom and a recovery. Bitcoin's weekly performance, meanwhile, marks the highest return in 2025 and its most significant uptick. That's right. This is the most significant weekly candle we will have. We get a weekly close in roughly another hour, so during our live stream, we'll get it. Besides similar returns, the Bitty price also reflects identical price action. That's right. As illustrated here on the daily chart, and I'll be pulling up the live chart here in a moment. Bitcoin is consolidating at a higher range after the breakout, mirroring behavior from Q4 of 2024. And after a 13% rise between November 5th to the 9th, Bitty posted another 15% increase November 10th to the 11th. That's a blackjack, baby. The breakout took place during the weekend as well. Similarly, the Bitty price has risen 11%, another divine omen, between April 21st and the 25th, with the RSI exhibiting similar buying pressure. A 7 to 10% jump over the next few days could take the pretty little Bitty back above $100,000. So the mystery remains, when will we reclaim the coveted six-figure mark? Will it happen this week? Is this week the magical week? And keep in mind, less than a couple of weeks ago, we were all the way down to 74. So we're up 21,000 since the local bottom. That's a blackjack, baby. So let me know your thoughts. I'll read your comments out loud, but I'm also going to pull up some of the live charts, and we'll do a little live chart action Jackson satisfaction for the broskies here on a Sunday. A great day to be alive. So yeah, you should be able to see the charts here in just a second. It's updating. A bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin. There you have it. Right here, you're looking at the 1 hour chart via Coinbase, via TradingView. Bullish pennant formation sensation, followed by some sideways trading action. Bull green scenario. Bullish pennant target in play, just shy of 103 G's, baby. Send it. Can't wait to get back above 100K. I think it's going to happen this week, but you guys let me know your thoughts. And checking out the 4 hour. The 4 hour says it's going up forever, JV. Rising wedgie, my favorite type of wedgie. We do have a bear scenario, green, showing at 86.2. That would be a retrace, roughly 8,000. And zooming out a little further, we'll take a look at a daily. Daily candle closes have been surging this week. In fact, we had 7 consecutive green daily closes, which is good. Good sign. Bull target in play on the daily, just shy of 112,000, which would take us back to price discovery. Currently at 109.3, achieved all the way back on January 20th, inauguration day for the Trumpmeister. And bear scenario, just shy of 69 G's, baby. And zooming out a little further, we'll take a quick look at a weekly. And again, probably within an hour, we get the weekly close, big green candle formed on the week. Good bullish sign, especially consider we bottomed out at that 74 level. That'll make 3 consecutive green weekly candle closes after 2 consecutive monthly, bearish prints via the monthly chart, which we'll pull up here really quick. And we still have the 124,000 target in play, of course, here on the weekly chart. But taking a quick look at a monthly, finally, the month of April has been bullish. 2 previous months have been bearish, so it seems like the bullish momentum is back, Jack. But you guys let me know your thoughts, and read your comments out loud. And welcome everyone to the live stream. Let me know if the stream is still smooth, like a baby's bottom, of course. No Diddy. But I'm going to check your comments. I'm going to check the X feed and see where we're at. Let's see here. JV restarted his stream again. Tune in. Give Bitcoin Guru a follow and a like. Keeping it fair. Thank you, Fairground. Just said you would a repost. Shout out to Claudio. And, of course, we have Glenn Cooper with the Gremlin memes. I remember that. That was actually one of my favorite horror movies as a kid because they were so cute. Those, not the Gremlins, but what were they called? The good ones, like that one. I forgot the name. It's been a while since I watched them. Gizmo. Wasn't it Gizmo? The good gremlins were the Gizmo. And then when Gizmo went to the dark side, he was a gremlin. Brings back memories. Thank you, Glenn Cooper. Appreciate you, brother. Gong. Thank you, SS. Sweet Bitty McGee. Short coin, we so back like we never left in this piece. Shout out JC. Appreciate you. We're back. Technical difficulties will never stop. No one Bitcoin pot on the planet, and that's a fact, Jack. Captain Milo. Respect. You guys are awesome. Much respect. Bub says still good. It's all good in the Bitty hood. You already know. But again, welcome everyone to the live stream. We're up to 400 people. We're back, and we got an 11-11 omen. Notice that? 11 hearts and 11 reposts on the new transmission. It was all meant to be. This is destiny. I mean, so I'll take the 11-11 all day. Thank you guys. Definitely a divine omen right there. Thank you again, Trevor, and the rest of the fam. There's a TriStream live stream. I'm going to go ahead and repost everyone from the BTC News Alerts account. I didn't even log into that one yet. So here we have it, baby. So yeah, let's play a little Chandy Jams as we're reposting, and I'll be right back with our next headline of the day. Make some noise. This is live and interactive, fam. Happy Sunday, Funday.
Oh, bring me up, bitty glow.
Price discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52. We built a bitty
stacked revolutionary love shack. I'm stacking sats like it's Max and Stacy. Stacking sats cause tax is crazy. I'm stacking sats cause the IMF hates me. Stacking sats cause the haters don't faze me. No Diddy, no Jay-Z. Stacking the bitty like it's Nipsey and JV. Stacking the bitty like it's paper and Chandy. Stacking BTC like caffeine in my canteen. Life is a game of chess that makes biddies the damn queen. Stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. Now the biddy has set me free.
Let's biddy up, babe. Let's get it. Doing the doing doing. That's right. This Gong Strike is for Chandy 10. Appreciate all the incredible music. Every gold bug dreams of strutting through their post-collapse town, shaving off flakes of gold to trade for goods like a big shot. Yeah, in fact, Peter Schiff, according to his own testimony, he doesn't even own any physical gold. He owns overseas gold stocks. That was according to like an interview I watched with him several months back. Not shocked. But yeah, let's just shave off some gold, whereas the biddy is divisible by 100 million sats. So stack the sats, fam. Supply shock incoming, most likely the lowest amount of the biddy we've seen on the exchanges in a very long time. And it's the top of the hour, and the reason we're not done with the news, we had like 45 minutes of technical difficulties. This is the third version of the stream, but at least we're good and strong now. So 1000X, send it. I'm so ready. Mom Spaghetti, I may look nervous, but on the surface, calm and ready to drop bombs. You know what I mean? But the lizard folks keep on forgetting what I wrote down. Bastards, they killed Kenny. Let me open up this water. Let me hydrate a little, fam-a-lam. And again, welcome everyone joining us. Let's send that 1000X, because you know a 100X from 100K is a 1 milli. So, you know what I mean? 100X is a 10 milli, and I think 1000X is a 100 milli. Something like that. Let me know if that's accurate. A bada boom, I bought a Bitcoin. Fairy tale. That's right. We're growing, baby. Buy, stack, and chill. Stack the biddy and shut the fuck up. Quoting British Hodl. Words to live by. Just stack Bitcoin and shut the fuck up. Stack, I think I missed the rule. It's stack Bitcoin hodl and shut the fuck up. Fair play. Shout out British Hodl. Become a member of the channel. We appreciate all our memberships. Hodl Gang, MicroStrategy, Satoshi, all that good stuff. Peter Schill, that's the one. That is the one. Does anyone actually own any gold bars? No human being I know on the planet has ever said, hey, JV, I own a gold bar and showed it to me. Not once. Ever. Right? I'm pretty confident Robert Kiyosaki has some gold bars. He's been preaching about it for the past 20 years. But no one I know in real life. So, I don't know. You go, JV. Thank you. Gaining value. That's awesome. Word up. Word to your mother. Let's get it, biddy baddies. Where are we at? Let's create some Bitcoin babies, shall we? I usually do the 8.6 pH. Why 8.6? My research showed me 9.5 is the best. Neutral, I believe, is 7.0, which is dead water. Alkalized water or alkaline water, 9.5 is ideal from my understanding. But teach their own. I own 1 gram of the gold. I have like some gold chains, which I've maybe collectively invested $10,000 on. Hopefully they're worth more than what I paid, but who knows? Probably not. Are basically my father and my grandfather left me some jewelry. Three generations of chains. But I'd never sell sentimental, obviously. Never seen a gold bar in my life. Sure, that gold is cheap. It's like 30. Assume a gold bar is going to be not as much as the Bitcoin. I don't. Yeah, I've never. And what about silver? Some people say silver is a good buy. Not the precious metal guy at the end of the day, but what do I know? Watch JV, not Bit Blob. Thank you, Fax. I appreciate that. Nice little meme here. Hopefully, BitBoy is doing better and is out of jail right now. But I actually just watched a documentary on BitBoy the other day, and it was pretty sad. But that's another topic for another conversation. I wish everybody well. It's just, I mean, it's not a good look. A lot of the influencers who ultimately shill the shitcoins create their own demise. And that's a great example, right? He was once the largest YouTube crypto channel. And then he started shilling shit to his audience and dumping, not a good look. And a lot of people lost a lot of money and a lot of bad things happened since then. So be careful out there. Shitcoin fam. Sold all the gold. How much gold did you once own? It seems like when the Kirkland bottle comes out, it gets glitchy. Oh no. Damn you, Kirkland. Just bear with me. I don't know what's been going on with the glitch, but as long as overall you can hear my voice, if I'm freezing here and there, it should be all right. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to check the stream and we'll continue with our headlines here. I do notice a bit of a glitch on the X feed here, but usually it fixes itself. So let's see if it fixes itself today. And we'll go from there. Bang, bang. Hide the Kirkland bottle. So it's the damn Kirkland bottle. Bastards. They don't want you drinking this shit. They want you to drink the fluoride tap water, apparently. Where's RFK Jr. when you need him? Fact says he is the fattest meth head shiller. Allegedly. Facts. Good now? All right, we're just going to roll with the punches. I mean, what more can I do? Jeez Louise. Not making it easy on me, Matrix attack. But it's all good in the hood. The bitty hood, that is. Next story of the day. Our next headline reads, just give me a second, it's regarding Michael Saylor. He just posted another Saylor tracker. So yeah, Michael Saylor hints at Bitcoin purchase as the whales stack aggressively. That's right. The whales and the large institutions continue their aggressive Bitcoin accumulation as they should, with strategy hinting at another Bitcoin investment that may be announced most likely tomorrow. Here's the reason why. Every single time Michael Saylor posts the Saylor tracker, the following day is a massive announcement, like clockwork. So, as you can see here, Saylor made the post. Most likely, he's going to make the announcement for tomorrow. So, yeah, he said, stay humble, stack sats. Couldn't agree more. Spurring investor speculation on the size of the firm's next Bitcoin investment. I'm going to speculate 1.1 billion. However, popular analysts are saying it could be 1.4 to 1.6. So what do I know? Hopefully, the more the merrier at the end of the day. Strategy, if you don't know, is the world's largest corporate Bitcoin holder and the first corporation to embrace Bitcoin on the balance sheet. They now hold over 538,200 Bitcoin, worth over $50.5 billion. That's right, $50.5 billion. And he's not slowing down anytime soon. The firm's investment philosophy inspired the other companies to adopt the biddy, including Japanese investment firm Meta Planet, which recently surpassed 5,000 of the biddy in an effort to lead Bitcoin adoption in Asia. Their goal is 10,000 Bitcoin before the end of the year. And by the end of next year, they literally are seeking 21,000 Bitcoin. Sexy blackjack biddy babe. Whales are large Bitcoin investors also accumulating the Bitcoin under the 100,000 psychological mark, which will more than likely recapture, I think, this week, but let me know your thoughts. Whale wallets holding at least 1 million worth of the biddy restarted their accumulation at the beginning of April, increasing from 124,000 wallets on April 7th to over 137,600 wallets on April 26th, as per data from Glassnode. The aggressive whale accumulation helped Bitcoin's recovery above 94. Quoting an analyst here, wallets holding over 10,000 Bitcoin have been aggressively accumulating with a trend score of 0.90, while smaller investors are also pivoting towards long-term hodling, because that's where it's at. Trump confirmed discussions with China ongoing, with Beijing offering exemptions on select U.S. imports, suggesting a softening tone. Still, markets are awaiting tangible action. Jackson, before the re-rating global risks. Bitcoin ETFs, meanwhile, have also contributed to the Bitcoin's near 12% weekly recovery, which we tapped into a little earlier. Finally, $3 billion worth of volume and inflows, which is a great sign of the times. And yeah, Sailor Tracker, stay humble. Stack Sats, how much do you think the announcement will be for the preload biddy for tomorrow? As per the Giga Chad, holla. And let me know how the stream's doing. It seems no more chop, no more glitch. They not like us. That's right. If you're not subscribed to the channel, one thing is for certain.
They not like us. They not like us.
You feel me? You want some of the sweet bitty? I want some of that sweet bitty McGee. It's going up forever, Laura. Well said, brother.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one.
I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You feel me? Let me check the X feed again, family. Again, all comments and quotes of the live stream will get reposted in real time. Let's see where we're at. Collectively, we have 700 people on the stream. We're only dual streaming today. We didn't do Rumble due to the technical difficulty. So we're live right now just on YouTube and X. And the commenting you see in the screen on the video comes from the YouTube channel. Hence, you got to visit cryptonewsalerts.net. And make sure you're watching via YouTube. That way you can interact in the live chat, as it's a live and interactive stream. And it looks like we're flawless again, so I can't complain, yo. It's better, JV. Thank God, Trevor. Stream smooth. Good stuff. Kendrick, where you at? Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. They waiting on Kendrick like the 1st and the 15th. Sing along now. It's perfect. Excelente. Hit the likes, ya legends. Thank you, Fairground. Stream is good in the hood. Good. That's how it should be. Preload biddy going up forever, Laura. You know how we do. This is how we do. Yeah, man. Exciting times. Sign of the times, they would have said. But keep the comments flowing, broskies. Sailor's not stopping. More orange dots. Yeah, and if you want to hear bullishness, if you missed yesterday's podcast, our feature story was Michael Saylor's projection of owning 10% of the Bitcoin supply, sending Bitcoin to $50 million per coin. How wealthy would Strategy and Sailor be, hypothetically, if Bitcoin was 50 million a coin and they had 10% of the supply, which I think is like insane. I don't know the math off the top of the head, but there can only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. Someone run the math. 21 million times 10%. It should be easy to do the math, but for some reason my mind's blank right now because it's a round number, right? But let me know. 29.4 big Dogelon Mars event in Dubai. Easy money. Same like in Thailand on the 11. Devs like 11 use the numerology. Smart. Can't go wrong with the 11. Wow, Mr. Sailor. Exactly. That's pretty wowsy. I think 5%. Man, for some reason, I don't want to like just spurt out the wrong number. So someone verify on a calculator. How many Bitcoin is 10% of 21 million? I know it's a lot. I just don't know the exact number. So let me know, fam. And it looks like we're up to 800 people on the stream. Good, good, good. More like 200 quadrillion by 2035. Send it. Husker Doc. Why not? All right, you guys are going to make me bust out my calculator now. I was waiting for it. There you go. I was going to say, it must be easy. It's 10% of 21 million. 2.1 million. Holy cow. So yeah, that's Sailor's goal, to own 2.1 million Bitcoin, which would be 10% of the supply. And he says it'll send Bitcoin to 50 million per coin. You know what I mean? Why not? 8 is the wealthy number. 210? 210,000, broski? All right. It is what it is. Paper money eventually returns to the intrinsic value. Cerro. as they say here in Puerto Rico. But anyways, 2.1, where you at? All right, 2.1, you guys got it. Thank you. All right, next story of the day, Next headline reads, regarding El Salvador has Bitcoin, but is complying with the IMF deal. Which one is it? Are they adding Bitcoin or complying? Because the IMF deal said they can't add Bitcoin or some bullshit like that. Well, here's a fact. They are purchasing the Bitcoin. I had all like the tweets of them purchasing it. They make an announcement every day, typically buying 1 Bitcoin. But when I had to restart the stream, I wasn't able to find everything that took me hours to search for earlier. So just take my word for it. Also, Max Kaiser, as a bonus, says Bitcoin was never coupled with anything. You know, a lot of people talking about the great decoupling from the stocks and such like that, which we'll dive into a little later. But first, let's talk about El Salvador. First and foremost, they are continuing to buy, and they have been continuing to buy since striking the IMF deal. I'm just telling you what I know for a fact. They accepted the deal to receive the $1.4 billion. There was probably a lot of political pressure, maybe potentially on Bukele, to do so. And then it created a lot of speculation and controversy in the market. People are like, oh no, Bukele just made a deal with the devil. $1.4 billion from El Salvador. Now they're going to stop their Bitcoin accumulation. Well, guess what? They're not stopping. In fact, they've been purchasing more Bitcoin since receiving or making or striking the $1.4 billion deal. And here's the proof of work right here. You can see their Bitcoin holdings, 6,159 Bitcoin, currently valued at roughly 578 million, purchasing on an average of 1 per day. You can see in the past 7 days, 7 Bitcoin, and in the past 30 days, 30 Bitcoin. That's an average of 1 per day. So they're not slowing down. My understanding, he's just going to use that $1.4 billion to purchase that much more Bitcoin and make the country that much more wealthy. However, the IMF themselves are spreading the FUD, and that's the issue. The IMF cannot be trusted. Whenever, or let me ask this question. Anytime in history, is the IMF known for helping countries, or are they known for economically destroying them by offering loans that cannot be paid back? And this is all referenced via a very classic novel called Confessions of an Economic Hitman. In fact, I don't need to read any of the story because I'm just going to speak to you about this because it's more significant. So yeah, there's a book floating out there called Confessions of an Economic Hitman. And this is how it works. The IMF, which is ultimately the World Bank that controls the money and what money goes to what countries and so forth, they typically give you loans that they know you're not going to be able to pay back. And then they start stealing and pillaging your resources. This is kind of what they do. They have a history of doing it. Obviously, they're not the good people. Central bankers and bankers in general are typically not the good guys. They know how to use that to ultimately weaponize whatever motives or agendas that they have. And I think it's very clear since Bukele, and I actually happen to be rocking the Bitcoin country cap today, and shout out Sergio, that's where I got this from, bitcoincaps.net. So since El Salvador adopted Bitcoin as legal tender and was the first country to do so, the IMF and mainstream media have been fudding Bukele and El Salvador ever since, trying to like make an example of them so that other countries don't follow in their footsteps. Because what's the biggest threat to the central banking cartel or the World Bank or the IMF? Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Their greatest fear, in my opinion, is other countries following the Bukele playbook and adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender. So they're going to do everything in their power to spread lies and use the media to weaponize those lies to spread what we call FUD or propaganda. And that's precisely what the IMF does. So quoting Max Kaiser, in El Salvador, we choose the day we bury the IMF. And so maybe in the future, the IMF won't even be a thing, but at this current time and landscape, I mean, it's part of the forces of evil. It's part of the lizard folk. And that's why we strike the gong so often here on our stream, because we have no respect for the forces of evil. Hence, the lizard folk, the IMF, the world bankers, the central banking cartels, and all of their allies. This gong strike is to raise our vibration and to basically cast out the devil and all the devilish forces of evil from our planet. So, biddy up. Michael Saylor's the man. Michael the Sailor Man. Toot toot. Precisely. But there you have it. Nothing more than FUD. Anything the IMF says, take with a grain of salt, right? They're notorious thieves. They're notorious extortion artists and liars. And I think we can all agree there. See, Shortcoin says she agrees. Loss of control of the money, aka the biddy. And we taking over 1 Bitcoin at a time. F the IMF. We don't need them, F the IMF. This is a freedom play. In El Salvador, freedom reigns. BTC, tax-free from gains. 100K, Bitcoin Bay. 100K, 6 figs all day. 100K, Bitcoin Super Saiyan. Bitcoin Super Saiyan. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I just had to go on a rant. I got to do what I got to do. But yeah, it is what it is. So expect nothing less. But here's the bigger picture. El Salvador is still Bitcoin country. They will forever be a Bitcoin country, and the IMF can't stop them. They can spread FUD, but it didn't change the facts, and we have the proof of work via, the Bitcoin purchases to prove it. So if the IMF was factual, then there would be no purchases every day, and they would have just stopped buying the Bitcoin. So don't buy into the FUD. You feel me? They're winning 4-1. Let's go. My daughter just scored a goal at the soccer game. This Gong Strike is for Fax's daughter. The victory already in the bag. Just saying. Just set up a Bitcoin Lightning node, picked up some more sats. Music to my ears. And 2 new Bitcoin Cash from Sergio, my man. Shout out E-Generate. Hope everyone's having a blessed Sunday. Happy Sunday Funday. Church is in session. Biddy broskies, biddy baddies. Bitcoin gusto. Where it at? Anyways, next story of the day. You guys ready? Mom spaghetti. Yummy. All right, next story, yo. Okay, the latest from Max Kaiser. And as you know, we covered a few episodes ago. He's also projecting 2.2 million as a cycle peak within the next 5 years. He also says, there's a new article that was just published, Bitcoin was never coupled with anything. You know, people are like, Bitcoin's finally decoupling from the stocks. Max has a different thought. He believes it was never coupled to begin with, right? It was all an illusion. So here we go. And shout out to the high priest, the one and only Max Kaiser. I greatly respect and appreciate the fact you reposted today's stream and all the reposts from the high priest. It's a true honor. I had a great time out there in Bitcoin country. And also, before I read into the story, the next Max and Stacy Invitational, it's going to take place in January of 2026. Tickets go on sale in 4 more days. May 1st. And my thinking is tickets are going to sell out within 30 minutes. So if you plan on visiting Bitcoin country to kick it with Max and Stacy, your boy JV, because I will be there, make sure to purchase your ticket May 1st or you may not be able to come. So I just want to throw that out there. But anyways, I digress. Best Bitcoin event I've ever been to. Bitcoin was never coupled with anything. Kaiser commented on a tweet that featured an excerpt from the interview with CEO. So history shows us within the next 6 months, we may expect or anticipate a new all-time high potentially for the cycle unless things are different this time around. And we have the extended cycle now that the institutional FOMO and the nation state adoption, the executive order, the strategic reserve bill to stack the biddy for the U.S. Treasury. Maybe that just changed the entire game. But if history is to rhyme, within the next 6 months, massive price target. And that's why I think this 220 is likely in play. But you let me know your thoughts, quoting Max. Bitcoin was never coupled with anything. Bitcoin has always been on its own factor. Everything goes to zero against the biddy. And that was off the back of the tweet from Vivek, $4 billion CEO, just said, Bitcoin is decoupled from the NASDAQ. Well, we've known that the entire time. And one of the experts who has also been vocal about the Bitcoin correlation with the tech NASDAQ index has been a senior commodity strategist at Bloomberg Intelligence, Mr. Mike McGlone. He believes the biddy is about to crash. I disagree there. Similar to the NASDAQ in 2000 when the dot-com bubble bursted. But there you have it. Max also again calling for 2.2 million in play, especially off the back of all the net neutral ways the United States can accumulate Bitcoin without costing taxpayers a dime. That's the key. They could trade their gold reserves. We need to audit Fort Knox. It hasn't been audited in 50 to 60 years. Craziness. Yeah, I mean, Also, they can print money out of thin air and just purchase Bitcoin up with it. There's only enough Bitcoin in the world for one country to plant their flag and become the Bitcoin superpower. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if we're freezing again, just bear with it. It'll fix itself. There's been a lot of glitches in the matrix today, so just bear with us, family. 5-1, let's go facts. If you want to live a life of freedom, Bitcoin is the price of admission. Everyone gets the biddy at the price they deserve. Preach. I would definitely suggest setting one up if you're running a miner already. Might as well contribute to the blockchain and validate your own transactions. That's right. You become one with the Bitcoin, having your own node. Ricky, great Sunday. Liverpool won the league on the biddy going up. And Fax's daughter's team is winning the game. Let's celebrate. Fantastic story, JV. Let's get it. Shout out Husker. Doc O. Realest thing I ever read. War paint. Right on. What is the resort family friendly for the golf tournament? So the one I stayed at was called something El Presidente. My mind is blank, and for some reason I can't think of it at the moment, but I can look it up. It was a nice resort. It was affordable, great breakfast, highly recommended. However, that was not where the event was. That was like a 45-minute drive from where the event was held at a private resort. So I don't even know if, people can stay there. Hence, we all stayed, quite the distance from where the event was at. You know what I mean? Once I can remember the exact name of the hotel I stayed at, I'll let you know. But I remember it was like it was something El Presidente. And it was in the El Presidente district, and it was literally across the street from the massive Google building. That's what I do remember. But anyways, again, welcome everyone to the live stream, dual stream. We're live on X. We're live on the tube. And yeah, hopefully the stream is not glitching too badly for you guys. You can lead a horse to water. The video gone. Oh my God. I don't know what that means, but let me check for myself here. Is it gone? Jeez. Maybe just try a refresh. It shows we're still live on my end. I'm going to close the app and reopen it. I don't really know what's going on. Appreciate the info. You're welcome, brother. Hope to see you at that event. All right, I just restarted the... I think we're live. I'm at a loss for words today, to be quite honest with you guys. Let's check X. X gonna give it to you. Yeah, it looks like we're good on X. I honestly think it's something to do with YouTube, yo. It's working flawlessly on X, but when I go to YouTube, like my app is freezing and closing, and if I go to like the live, like fast forward it to the live, it just goes back. So it's like the app is glitching, and I think I just blame YouTube and lizard folk at this point. I don't know what to do. Yeah, so we're just going to continue with the news. Bear with me. Hopefully this shit fixes itself. YouTube, boo. But let's continue. Let me knock out our next story of the day. I think it says excellent. So it says excellent now. So I think we're good. It fixed itself like I said it would. Read my last comment. You got it, Oracle. Let me see what's going on here. Lizard folks are really upset today. We must be getting through to the people. Oracle's not feeling well. Well, I wish you the best. Do get some rest. And thank you for all your support. And FYI, Oracle, if you're still watching, Monday, I'm finally sending you something that I was supposed to have sent you a few weeks ago. And some surprises as well. So it's going to be sent out tomorrow when I hit the post office. So before the end of the week, you should have a surprise waiting for you. Okay, we better now? Good timing, because we're about to discuss the power law model, projecting Bitcoin hitting 200,000 here in 2025. And then we'll dive into our feature story of the day with Hyperbitcoinization. Shout out Fox and shout out Sergio. Appreciate you, brother. Shout out all the bitty broskies, all the bitty baddies holding it down. But while the internet and everything's working currently, no glitch, Let's move on to our next story of the day. Headline here reads, Bitcoin power law model forecast 200,000 pre-low biddy price in 2025. I'll be breaking down the timeline. Here we have it. Excuse me. A Bitcoin price rally at 11% this week. You just got to love that number, right? Its best weekly return thus far this year, and the highest 7-day growth since early November 2024. Bitcoin also reached 95,000 April 25th for the first time since February 24th. As you can see here on the weekly chart, and we get our weekly candle close in roughly 30 minutes. So this is the strongest weekly candle we've seen in a very long time. 21st Capital co-founder Sina mentioned that the biddy reclaimed the power law price. Let me know if you're familiar with the power law model. The power law's predictive accuracy stems from the Bitcoin network growth following Metcalfe's law, where the value scales up with the square of the users. So based on Sina's Bitcoin quantile model, reclaiming the power law price keeps the pre-low biddy on track to hit a price target of 130 Gs to 163,000 before the end of the year. Can't wait. Send it, is all I gotta say. As illustrated here in the chart, Bitcoin's currently in the transition range where the biddy accumulation occurs. Once it breaks into the acceleration zone, the crypto asset enters the rally's 33 to 66% range, progressively targeting 106, 130,000 to 163,000 over the next few months. Bullish. However, anonymous Bitcoin analyst APSK32 predicted the biddy price target could go as high as 200,000 this year. I dare say 220 incoming as per the high priest. The prediction is based on the Bitcoin power curve time contours, which overlay the Bitcoin price movements across the 4-year cycles. For example, 2013, 2017, 2021, 2025. The chart suggests a strong performance in Q3 and Q4 of 2025. And with the analyst noting the Bitcoin historical 4-year cycle continues to remain intact. That's a fact, Jack. In fact, it's a blackjack. Looking at the 2-year segment centered for today, 4, 8, 12 years ago. The price scaling performed using the power law curve trend line, expecting 200,000 plus per biddy in Q4. Gold suggests we go higher, significantly higher, especially if we take out that gold market cap. Yeah, I mean, the great, what is it called? When everyone goes from one asset to the other, my mind went blank, but that's going to occur. And right now the gold market cap is like 22 trillion. Bitcoin market cap is not even 2 trillion. So just goes to show you how much growth we have in store for us. And since the beginning of 2024, Bitcoin and gold have posted new highs in the market, with each asset outperforming the other during specific periods. As illustrated by the chart, Bitcoin and gold achieved new highs between March and August of 2024. However, the third quarter of last year, gold spearheaded the rally, surpassing the Bitcoin performance. And by Q4, Bitcoin regained momentum, outpacing the precious metal and maintaining its lead until March of 2025, when gold once again made the next move and took the lead. And here you can see the Bitcoin gold price performance versus, gold versus Bitcoin. Now, gold is leading the Bitcoin thus far this year, but has dropped 6% since hitting the new high of roughly 3,500 an ounce, while Bitcoin gained 11%, a divine omen. And as reported, the Bitcoin tends to follow gold's directional bias with a lag of 100 to 150 days. So based on this narrative, Bitcoin, it's possible it could lead gold in the coming weeks, and I think it's a given. Take that, Peter Schiffmeister. Similarly, the DXY, which is the US dollar index, dropped to a new 3-year low. And the word I was looking for earlier was capitulating, right? When someone capitulates from one asset to the other. Just like we all know, it's only a matter of time before Peter Schiff capitulates with all his foreign gold stocks into the biddy. And did you hear he's now accepting Bitcoin donations? You can't make this ish up. But quoting crypto analyst venture founder here, traditionally the DXY going down is very bullish for the biddy. We now have a massive bearish divergence for the DXY, which may suggest it goes to 90. The last 2 times this happened triggered a Bitcoin parabolic bull run in the final phase of the bull market, lasting a whopping 12 months. And if you don't know, now you know. I'll smoke 12 blunts to that. Bring facts. You got to do what you got to do as an OG. Casley, what up? Imagine how much Kirkland water we can buy when the biddy hits 50 million. That's what I'm saying. The entire house will be filled with these bad boys. From the first story up, we'll have to build the third story. Let me know how the stream's doing. It looks excellent on my end, but who knows? It's been glitchy, to say the least. Crazy day, but we're still here. So what are you going to do? Does anyone else wonder what is enough Bitcoin? Ask that question to Michael Saylor. It's a trick question. There's no such thing. That's like asking what's the second best crypto asset. There is no second best. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, and it goes doing, broskies. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And we're about to dive into our feature story of the day, discuss the latest from the Bitcoin OG, Adam Baxter. But let me know if the stream is working okay. I'm going to check it on my end and see. Are we glitchy or good? Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good, but you just never know in the bitty hood. Looks like we got almost 1,000 people collectively on the stream. Not too bad considering all the hiccups we've had with the tech today, but not too shabby. 18 reposts, 19 hearts. That's almost a flawless victory. It's unheard of. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. Never enough Bitcoin. Exactly. You can have 21 million Bitcoin and say the same thing. There's no such thing as enough. I only have 21 million. I need to gather another 21 million. Remember to smile. God loves you and Satoshi blesses you. Can I get an amen? Amen. That's right. We now have 2 companies buying the biddy. New Bitcoin acquisition company is called 21. Jack Mallers' company, and it's backed by billionaires. Howard Lutnick's company, Cantor Fitzgerald, and we also have Tether. Last I looked at their market cap, it was over like 150 billion. Probably nothing. So yeah, game theory in full effect, biddy broskies. Game on. Game on. Just saying. Flame on sight. Don't make me summon the Bitcoin Rooster Dragon, broskies. And shout out Chandy10, of course. It looks like the stream is still good, so let's move into our feature story. Let me know if you're ready. Mom Spaghetti. I know. If I only had 21 million Bitcoin, I'd be like, dude, how do I get more? It's not enough. Let me tell you something. But anyways, you guys ready, Mom Spaghetti? Good. Because I'm ready. All right. Now for our feature story of the day, Biddy fam. Bitcoin Treasury firms are driving a $200 trillion hyper-Bitcoinization. According to the Bitcoin OG himself, the one and only Adam Back. Let's break this baby down. Can you say hyper-Bitcoinization? Yes, please. Investment firms with Bitcoin-focused treasuries are front-running the global Bitcoin adoption, which may see the world's first cryptocurrency known as Bitcoin soar to 200 trillion market cap in the coming decade. And as of today, the Bitcoin market cap is less than 2 trillion. So you already know, 100x incoming. Institutions and governments around the world are starting to recognize the unique monetary properties of the Biddy. According to Adam Back, the Bitcoin OG himself, the co-founder and CEO of the Blockstream and the inventor of the Hashcash. Yes, please. MSTR and the other treasury companies are an arbitrage of the dislocation between the Bitcoin future and today's fiat world, the fiat apocalypse. A sustainable and scalable 200 trillion trade front-running hyper-Bitcoinization. Scalable enough for the most big listed companies to move to a Bitcoin treasury. That's right. Hyper-Bitcoinization refers to the theoretical future where Bitcoin soars to become the largest global currency, replacing fiat money due to the inflationary economics and the growing distrust in the legacy financial system. Quoting Adam Back right here, MicroStrategy, now known as Strategy B, and other treasury companies, such as 21, Jack Mallers' new company, are an arbitrage of the dislocation between the Bitcoin future and today's fiat world. A sustainable and scalable 100 to 200 trillion dollar trade front-running hyper-Bitcoinization, scalable enough for the most big listed companies to move to the Bitcoin treasury. That's right. Bitcoin for the treasury. Bitcoin for my enemies. Bitcoin for the Kennedys. Bitcoin over Hennessy. Right, broskies? Bitcoin price outpacing the fiat money inflation remains the main driver of the global hyper-Bitcoinization. Adam said, some people think the treasury strategy is a temporary glitch. I'm saying no, it's an logical, sustainable arbitrage, right? But not forever. The driver is the Bitcoin price going up for 4-year periods faster than the interest and the inflation. That's right. Back's comments come nearly 2 months after President Trump signed the infamous executive order and established the National Bitcoin Reserve for the Bitcoin forfeited in the government criminal cases. Criminal, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance. Continued Bitcoin investments from the likes of Strategy, the largest Bitcoin corporate holder, may inspire, no, it will inspire more global firms to follow suit, like we're witnessing. You now have the Japanese version, Meta Planet, again, their goal, fourth, and again, their goal is to have 21,000 Bitcoin by the end of next year. That's a sexy bitty blackjack. Now, the U.S. financial institutions may also have more confidence in adopting the pretty little bitty after the U.S. Fed withdrew its 2022 guidance, discouraging the banks from engaging with crypto. That's right. The war is over. The war on crypto. Banks are now free to begin supporting the bitty. And that's according to Saylor. In response to the guidance withdrawal, the banks will now be supervised through the normal processes, signaling a more open regulatory environment for digital asset integration. Couldn't agree more. That ultimately means your local banks can now buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin and accept Bitcoin as collateral, which changes the game. That opens the door to Bitcoin-backed loans. How much would you borrow against your Bitcoin if you can borrow? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much bitty would a Cathy Wood stack if the Cathy Wood could only stack the bitty under attack? How much Bitcoin will Michael Saylor accumulate? And how much will the United States of America, China, Russia, as the game theory continues in full effect? You guys let me know, and welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. What'd it do? Hopefully the stream is still smooth for you guys. I'm going to read the comments. Let me know your thoughts with that. In a $200 trillion market cap, where do you think that would likely send the Bitcoin price realistically? And again, that's more than 100x from where we're at today. Do you think it would send the Bitcoin price 100x, 10 million per coin? Let me know your thoughts. I'll read your comments out loud. And again, welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Bitcoin getting exposed everywhere. That's right. We strike the gong. And the broskies strike the bong, whatever it takes. King Kong ain't got shit on Satoshi. Jump on with JV, keeping it fair. Thank you, Fairground. Appreciate it, brother. And I'm going to stick around for like another 20 minutes. I appreciate you guys sticking with me today, even through the technical drama. Means a lot. So thank you guys. All right. Let me get some more reposts in. And yeah, there's our Q&A segment. Happy to read any comments and quotes. I'm here for you guys. Repost. I got you, Fairground. Husker Dow. Got you with a repost, broski. And I think that's it for today. A bada boom. I bought a Bitcoin. I'm not even messing with videos today with all the technical drama. So we'll save next flawless stream. Crushed it, JV. Thank you, Husker. I'm just glad we got in a show because it felt like it wasn't going to happen. And that would like drive me crazy if we didn't get to do a stream. You know what I mean? Truist, one bank has 330,000 of my money. You shitting me? Truist is massive in Florida. My whole family has Truist. I wanted to buy 17 Bitcoin for 19 million. Wait, am I reading these numbers right or 19,000? And leave 2,000 in the bank? Let me reread that. Truist has 330. Yo, you literally keep 330,000 in the bank? That's insane. Why are they holding your money? What's going on? Tell me, Tammy. We'll throw them under the bus live right here. Fuck the banks. You know what I mean? Not a good look, Truist. Yeah, I want to know why they're holding your money and why they didn't allow you to do it. Like make a Bitcoin purchase. Like, what's up? It felt like it's been forever since I got to be with y'all on a live. Well, it's definitely not the same without you, sweet bitty. So I'm glad you're here. No fiat. The only fiat I welcome is the fiat motherfucking apocalypse. You feel what I'm saying? Pretty little bitty going up. All day, every day. Yeah, never keep that much money in a bank. And especially considering FDIC insurance is only up to $250. And even with FDIC insurance, if there was ever a bank run, you're not getting your money. They don't have the money to pay everybody. It's a banking scheme. It's called fractional reserve banking. right? They barely keep anything there. That's why I stopped keeping money at the bank. There's no there's no advantage whatsoever to keep your money at the bank. It's not safe there. It's never too late to buy the biddy. Exactly. I don't trust the bank. You know what I keep in the bank? What I'm willing to lose, enough to pay the bills for the maybe next 60 days. That's it. Brett Mitchell, you want to keep it in Bitcoin, the apex predator. And if you're all vested in Bitcoin, yeah, I mean, like 100%, you can always sell here and there, whatever Bitcoin you need to unload for dollars. But by saving in dollars, you're losing due to the inflation, hence the metaphor, the melting ice cube. Save with Bitcoin is a superior savings technology. And you're going to have gains because your purchasing power is mathematically guaranteed to go up. The opposite with the dollar, you're doomed. You're enslaved. Your purchasing power is going to go down, encouraging you to spend it. Bitcoin encourages savings. Fiat encourages spending. You don't want to lose it. You got to spend it. Bruh. I agree, JV. It's not safe. Maybe it's safer under the mattress. Just saying. If you got security, maybe. Hello from Houston. What up? Houston, we got liftoff. Houston, we got a problem. Why is everything always coming out of Houston? Shout out Texas, yo. They just use our dollars and charge. Exactly. They basically lend your money to others. They charge them massive interest rates and they give you nothing. You actually lose money from putting your money in the bank. Guaranteed. It's crazy. I just got off the off-chain wallet and put all my biddy in it. Feeling much safer. There you go. You can't shock the bank, if you know what I mean. I know what you mean, Jelly Bean. Walking my pit bull Maggie. Shout out Maggie. Nippinator says, what's good? Listening to I'm a new Bitcoin buyer. Well, this Gong Strike is for Maggie and Brett. Welcome to Bitcoin. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, and it goes da-doing. Bitty broskies. You feel me? But anyways, welcome everyone to the live stream. Just got a treasure. Well done, Marcus Roth. Winning. We love the new Bitcoin buyers. Welcome to the club. It's a hell of a club to be a part of, isn't it? Salute. And again, welcome. This is the Q&A segment, fam. We're live on today, just X and YouTube, no Rumble. I was trying to minimize potential problems. It took us 3 streams today, but we got it working, so shit. Hopefully tomorrow on attempt number 1. Yeah, not a good look with the alleged that thing. I won't mention it because we're on YouTube. I got to be careful what I say, but I definitely think obviously she didn't do that to herself, but obviously she was offed so that she can't testify. Clearly, come on, guys. 1-to-1 in play. Thank you, everyone. You're welcome, Brett. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if not already, and I'll strike the gong to celebrate. Key verses, Proverbs 31:10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Proverbs 31:11. The heart of her husband safely trusts in her, so that he will have no lack of gain. That's deep. And I appreciate the Bible verses every day. Keep them coming, Tammy. And that's a very powerful quote right there. Proverbs 31:10 and 31:11. And 10 and 11 is a sexy bitty blackjack. So yeah, keep the blackjacks coming. What's up, Virginia? Are the alts down now? I think a lot of them are, yeah. Is that why we have a correction once in a while? I think we have a correction because we're resurrecting the mentally dead for buying those shit coins to begin with. Been back before, and that was a terrible feeling, Marcus says. Word, and neither did Gilligan. Speaking of Gilligan, my favorite island. I've never been there, though. Never attended a Diddy party. Not even once. And I'm sticking to it. The Proverbs 31 woman goals, baby, baby. Game on, sweet bitty McGee. Game on. Appreciate it. You're very welcome. But again, welcome everyone. We got 1,000 people on the stream. We're just live on X and YouTube. This is a Q&A segment. Let me tell you something. See Max right here regarding the IMF FUD. That's not what it says, and it's obviously wrong. El Salvador is stacking Bitcoin every, and I'm going to paraphrase, motherfucking day. I like those apples, IMF. So yeah, IMF spreads FUD, which is obviously false. El Salvador has fulfilled its commitment to no longer accumulate Bitcoin. Go fuck yourself, IMF. You and your FUD. Shove it up your ass. Shove it up your Elmer FUD. You feel me? I may have to play the fuck IMF verse. You pushed me too far, IMF. You pushed me too far. I can pull the bitty girls everywhere. What does it require? You just need a Bukele hat. Keep hope alive. President Bukele. Yeah, that's what I was reading, Shortcoin. I heard. And I obviously believe it's foul play. I don't believe it was just a coincidence. She was just found unalived after she's come out with many testimonies saying, I would never do this to myself. Come on, common sense. They're whacking anyone who can testify because they're protecting everybody who is involved, which is unfortunately the current regime running the show, as well as the old regime. They're all implicit. They're all compromised. All of them. All of them. Right? In my opinion. Prove me wrong. I mean, people wouldn't just mysteriously be found unalived if that wasn't accurate. Am I right or am I right? I don't trust any of these mofos. Blackmail runs the world. And that was just one blackmail ring. You think that was it? You had, Gilligan's Island. Because we're on YouTube, we're going to refer to it as Gilligan's Island. That was just one of many. You had the diddler, which was to control musicians and, those people. And then there's many others as well. And do you know they just found an underground city in China that would blow your mind? It was breaking news yesterday, and it probably didn't get much attention, but I was like, I kind of already understood all that, but I'm like, whoa. It was reported and shit, right? You are right. So yeah, blackmail runs the world. And there is a particular country and a particular group of people that figured out if we can just blackmail every single influencer and celebrity and politician in the world, we got them by the gonads and we can control their every move. And if they come out and go against what we want them to do in our agenda, we'll whack-a-do them. We'll McAfee them. You know what I mean? And that's the sick world we're living in. And Cat Williams predicted all this. We're going to start referring to Cat Williams as Prophet Cat. You know what I mean? He was trying to warn Shannon Sharp, this dumbass. OnlyFans girls are set up. You can't be that stupid in 2025 and be worth $100 million, whatever your net worth. You can't be that rich and famous and start having sex with an OnlyFans girl and not think you're going to get set up unless you're retarded, Shannon. A little retarded. What are you going to do? Some people can't control their little head, let alone their big head. You know what I mean? Paper money eventually returns to the intrinsic value. Monsieur, what up? Imagine how many islands there are in the world. I know. Pretty wild. There's even factories and places where they birth the children, so they're not on the record. They're like off the grid, and then they do the evil satanic rituals. You guys understand what the red shoes mean, right? I got to be careful. We're on YouTube right now. This is a platform ran by forces of evil, but shit. Best interview ever, Shannon? Oh yeah, Prophet Cat, baby. Dude, Shannon did not take heed. Prophet Cat, try to warn him. There was actually a clip that Cat is, I'm paraphrasing, but Cat's like, I stay away from white women. For good reason. They'll set you up. Big black man, small white woman. You're going to charge. Lo and behold, big lawsuit. And allegedly, Shannon tried to silence her for like 10 million. And she's like, oh, no, I'm not that stupid. I'm coming after you for 50 million, motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, she'll probably get it. And whose fault is it? Shannon's, clearly. Come on now. Having conversations. I'm going to choke you, bitch. Are you that stupid? Did you not see what they did to Andrew and Tristan Tate? Shannon, are you that stupid? Take a lesson from your brother Sterling Sharp. I never see him in the news. But anyways, it is a pretty crazy story though, right? You have to look into the Cabbage Patch Babies. Oh, unfortunately, I am familiar with every conspiracy known to mankind. I live in the rabbit hole. Literally, I sleep there, Sweet Bitty McGee. So nothing surprises me. Take it easy, JV. They're going to shut you down. Shut them down, open up shop. Ho, ho, that's a Rough Riders roll. Rest in peace, Mr. X. X gonna give it to you. I miss DMX, bro. This is the year the Prophet Cat said everyone's going down. TD Jakes, Diddler, he called them all. So you know they're all involved, right? Who are the other guys? Mr. Who's that one actor I don't like? Steve Harvey. They're all implicit. All of them. JV, that's why we love you. Thank you, Shortcoin. Right back at you. But yeah, Prophet Cat's the man. We need the next Prophet Cat interview. Man should have his own podcast. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't get to meet him, but I actually watched his stand-up in Tampa. It was at one of the universities a while back. Excellent, by the way. It was fucking fire. I don't know what I liked more, the Dave Chappelle stand-up I saw in Clearwater or Cat Williams in Tampa. Cat's energy is insane. And he's so fucking short. He's smaller than me, which is rare. And he's just like running up and down the stage. He got the stool and so interactive. It was so funny, yo. I love comedians, if you haven't figured it out. Especially comedians who use their platform to enlighten people, meaning speak the motherfucking truth. That's why I love George Carlin. Rest in peace. Best comedian of all time. And Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Greatness, right? Because they use their platform to teach people. It's good stuff. 94,420. Bada boom. I bought a Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, yep. Hollyweird. Pretty much. That's why Eminem said, if I could swallow a bottle of Tylenol, I would, and end it for good, and just say goodbye to Hollywood. And why does M talk about selling his soul in virtually every song? I sold my soul to the devil. I'll never get it back. Exactly. You're not getting it back, idiot. All for some money, dumbass. Sad. I've never been to a comedy show. You're missing out. I used to go to the Tampa comedian, not even like, famous comedians, one thing, but the local comedians were hilarious as well. Have dinner. Great place to take a date. Yeah, I mean, comedy is awesome. I love comedy. And when I went to the Dave Chappelle thing, I went with my good friend, and may he rest in peace. He's no longer here. Matt Gaddis, rest in peace. My best friend back in a good old day. But, and sad because even his brother passed. Two of them, my best friends, they both died. The older brother got hit by a car crossing the street, twisted, unfortunately. And then the younger brother, I think it was like some form of drug mixed with another drug and never woke up. Sad, right? But there's obviously a drug pandemic out there. But long story short, Chappelle was very interactive. I was sitting right in the front, and my friend got up to go grab some beers or something like that, because I had like a bar. And then he was kind of like already kind of drunk and like tipsy. And so he said something, my friend. And then Chappelle's like, shut the fuck up before I fuck your girlfriend. And my friend had a very hot girlfriend, by the way. And so I just thought that was so cool that my friend was integrated into the show. Yeah, I mean, just ad-libbing. So respect Mr. Chappelle. And Chappelle hung out after the show, and there were people in the audience that were like upcoming rappers, and they had like a demo, and it was like a CD. That was back when I guess we used CDs. Handed it to Chappelle, and Chappelle was cool. He stuck around after the show to hang out with the crowd, and you just don't see shit like that. And then he played the music to help get some exposure to the local talent. I thought that was pretty cool. So mad respect, Dave Chappelle. I want to see Matt Riffy. I don't know who that is. So sorry to hear that. Lost my best friend years ago. Yeah, it's sad. So many people I grew up with are no longer here. It's pretty fucked up. I mean, JB hanging out with the drunk dudes? Nah. Yeah, my friends were pretty lit. I made everyone laugh except the girl turned to the crowd. Oh, snap. Is the game over, by the way? Kiddo win, let me know. Sending condolences, lost my hubby to a murder. Sorry to hear that, sweet Biddy. Oh my God. Whew. That must not be easy. 200 trillion is the big boy number. Welcome to the big leagues. Grab the big league chew. Blessings and prosperity, bro. Lion of Judah. Welcome, fam. And again, welcome everyone. Wow, that's so crazy. I couldn't imagine losing a spouse, especially to a murder. Jeez. Did they find the murderer at least? I send my condolences to JV. President Trump is really trying to get some kind of control on the drugs coming into the country. If they wanted to stop drugs, in my opinion, they could. It's all there by design. It's a part of population control, unfortunately. A great example is in Asia. There's no drug problem. Want to know why? Death penalty if you get caught selling drugs. Death penalty. In fact, you get caught using drugs. Death penalty. That's most Asian countries, including China. I live there, so I know. They're like, JV, don't get caught smoking weed in China. They will kill you, and then they'll invoice your family for the bullet. I'm not exaggerating. That's the law in China. They'll execute you, and then they'll invoice your family for it. So if the United States had a zero drug selling policy where you're in jail for life or you're going to be executed, trust me, we wouldn't have the drug pandemic that we have. It's all by design. It's part of the population control. We'll give the crazy people the drugs. Why do you think in California it's allowed to openly use drugs? I forget the section, somewhere in San Francisco. You can see it's all these crackheads and meth addicts, and they're perpetuating it. They're encouraging the people to do it. This is America. Sad, right? My sister's killer died last Thanksgiving. There is no relief. She's still gone. Exactly. You can never bring them back. Sorry to hear that, brother. Much love to you. Thank you, JV. Let's get the hype, though. Let's hype up JV. That's right. Looks like the top of the hour, and I'm glad we just got our show in. Again, thank you guys for sticking with the first couple of rounds, but we got through it, and I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully glitch-free. Tomorrow will be Monday, so Monday, early stream. Monday through Thursday, early stream, 1 p.m. So I'm letting you know, it's not going to be 4. 1 p.m. Monday through Thursday, same bit channel, and hopefully we do the try stream and all is working smoothly. I thank each and every one of you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and may the force be with you. God bless.